What's up, everyone? Welcome back to When It's Game Day. Today, we're doing another NFL season prediction, but we're going to switch it up a little bit. I've already done my predictions, and I'm not going to go through and pick all the games because I feel like that was a little mind-numbing if you watched the whole video. But today, so I've already done the picks. I have all the teams ranked in their division. Today, we're going to talk about the AFC West. So you got the Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, and Broncos. That's the order that I had them in. I don't know. I feel like the Chargers and Chiefs are going to be very, very close in this division. I don't like the Chiefs. I'm a Jags fan, obviously, and they always beat the Jags. And I went to the divisional game in Kansas City 2 years ago when they was in Kansas City. They played the Jags, and I think that's a game that the Jaguars easily could have won if they wouldn't have turned the ball over as many times as they did. But that's in the past. Whatever. I need to quit reminiscing in the past. But I always have a bitter taste in my mouth when I watch or see the Chiefs. So, but they're a good football team. I don't think they really lost many weapons, and if anything, they added a really good weapon in Xavier Worthy from Texas. He's a really good receiver. I didn't think he was going to fall that far. I honestly thought the Jaguars would have taken him in with their draft pick, but Brian Thomas Jr. is fine. But I have the Chiefs and the Chargers actually going 11-6, with the Chargers beating the Chiefs both times in the regular season. So that's going to give the Chargers the number 1 seed in that division. So Chiefs are probably going to make a wild card game. I don't know. There's going to be a lot of teams that are going to be coming up with. I feel like this year's going to be really, really close for the wild card games, just because I feel like, the last NFL one I did the Texans, and they were 10-7. Yet the Chiefs are going to be 11-6. There's a lot of good divisions out there. You look at the AFC North. That division is going to be good. They got the the Bengals, the Browns. Those two. The Steelers aren't going to be anything really special, I don't think. Russell Wilson, his time is up. He had his years in Seattle. Rough years in Denver. I just don't think the Steelers are going to mesh. I feel like it's going to be a lot like the Denver situation. Why can't I think of the last team? Oh, Baltimore. Baltimore is really, really good too. So you got 3 really good teams in that division that could make the playoffs, and it's just like who's going to make that wild card game. But at the end of these predictions, I am going to actually drop my playoff prediction, my bracket. So once I get all the divisions picked and I figure out the tiebreakers and however that works, I'm going to put my bracket up there so that you guys can all see my predictions and see how bad they're going to be by the end of the season and when the playoffs actually come around. But we'll have to wait till then. You got a long time till then. Long time until football starts. Waiting for that to start. I love football. So, but yeah, back to the AFC West. Chiefs, Chargers, 11-6, but the Chargers winning both games, so that's going to have them get the tiebreaker, winning that division. Chargers, I think, are going to be an underrated team. I think John Harbaugh, or what Harbaugh? I always mix it up here. I'm pretty sure it's John. I'm going to get flamed for not knowing this. Jim Harbaugh, not John. John Harbaugh is on the Ravens. Jim Harbaugh, I feel like he's going to make a big impact on the Chargers. He's got a great quarterback in Justin Herbert, Oregon native. I love Justin Herbert. He's really, really talented with his arm, can run the ball. Probably one of the strongest arms in the league, honestly. There's nothing compared to like Patrick Mahomes, but he's up there with him. But I think him and Harbaugh are going to mesh well. They don't have really many weapons with the receiver, but when you have Justin Herbert, when you have a really, really talented quarterback, you can win games because he's shown that he can play well. He can close out games. It's just whether he's going to play to his potential. If he plays to his potential this year and Jim Harbaugh and him mesh well, then they could win that division easily. Obviously, 11-6 for the Chiefs isn't a bad record either. It's just the Chargers and Chiefs are 2 contenders this year, I feel like. And I don't know. I feel like I probably will probably change my my decisions sometime during the year. But right now, I think the Chargers are going to have the advantage. Looking at the other two teams, the Broncos, they have a rookie quarterback. I think Bo Nix is going to play or start. I mean, if he doesn't start week 1, he's going to start week 3 or 4 because I don't think Zach Wilson's going to be. I mean, it's Zach Wilson. He played last year, and he had one good game when they beat. What game was it? He had one good game last year, and I mean, people were like, "Oh, is Zach Wilson finally back? Is he finally good or whatever?" And people were hyping him up after one good game, and he never played well after that. So I don't know. I don't think Zach Wilson will win the job. I like Bo Nix. Obviously, I'm a biased Oregon fan, but Bo Nix is, to me, the most NFL-ready quarterback coming out of college. He was the most accurate quarterback in college. I'm pretty sure he led the nation in completion percentage. So, I mean, and none of his throws were really that easy. I mean, he throws it deep across the body. Watching him the last 2 years in Oregon, it was amazing having him on the team, and he was really, really fun to watch. And he's a really good talent. Run the ball, throwing the ball, anything you really need, he can do. So I'm interested to see how he's going to do in his first year. I hope he does well. Probably going to watch a lot of Broncos games just to see him play and see how that team does. But he's got a couple weapons, and Jerry Jeudy, Sutton, couple good receivers, but I don't know. I predicted them to win 4 games just because of the experience with Bo Nix. I mean, and the division's really, really hard. The Raiders they're nothing special, but they're not a team you can just go into that game thinking you're going to win. They got Max Crosby, probably one of the best defensive linemen in the league. He's intimidating. I don't know if I was a quarterback, I'd be scared shitless seeing him across from my line. So I always think it's funny when the Chiefs and Raiders play because Patrick Mahomes and him always have him as in Max Crosby. They always have some sort of beef or shit talk during it, and it's always fun to watch when you hear the mic'd up version, when you just get to hear Patrick Mahomes and him go at it. So I like Max Crosby just because of his competitiveness, and he's really electric on the field. But I don't know, the Raiders, I have them winning 6 games. Nothing crazy. It's just the quarterback situation. They don't really have anyone at the quarterbacks. I don't even know who their quarterback is going to be. I know it was a bum last year, so I don't think they drafted anyone. I think it's, for some reason I want to say Jimmy G, but I'm gonna look this up. I don't even know. I want to say it's Jimmy Garoppolo. Oh, I forgot they got actually Gardner Minshew. They got him from Indianapolis. So I mean, you saw what he did with Indianapolis last year. I guess he could win a couple games, but I don't see them winning more than 7 or 6 games. So I think 6 games is a good pick for the Raiders. 6-11, and then 4 and whatever that is, 13. But in terms of division ranking, I think the AFC West, the top divisions to me, number 1, AFC North, easily Bengals, Ravens, and Browns. 3 of the best defenses in the league in one division. That division, if you have to play that division all in 1 year, you're probably going to have 3 or maybe all 4 losses because those teams are really, really hard to beat, depending on if they're home or away. If you're away, it's going to be even worse. Those crowds are crazy. But I'm looking at strength of schedule here. Let's see. We got the Raiders are 10th in strength of schedule. Win percentage from their teams last year were 51. Over 500. Let's see here. Looks like Chiefs are 500. So it's not really crazy. Denver is 400, just under 500 for their ranking of their opponents. It's nothing crazy, but I mean, their division is the hardest probably opponents that they're going to play, besides maybe a couple AFC North teams. AFC West is nothing to just go in and just think you're going to win. Obviously, AFC South, I think, is up there too, especially this year with the addition of Stephon Diggs to the Texans. Jags, I feel like they improved. Last year, the Colts looked good, but even without Anthony Richardson, he's going to be back this year. So I'm going to be curious to see how they play. But I think those are probably the top three divisions in. I'd say the AFC North, AFC South, and AFC West are probably top 6 divisions in football. I mean, you look at the NFC North is up there, so that's 4. I wouldn't say the AFC East is up there because you only really got the Bills. Jets are you don't know how the Jets are going to be. I mean, and then obviously you got the NFC West, Philadelphia. All right, no, NFC East. I mean, I'm trying to think. I'm going to go top 5. Mostly AFC teams, AFC North, AFC South, AFC West, and then 2 other NFC divisions are probably going to be in my top 5, but for those top 3 AFC teams, I feel like the AFC has had the advantage the last couple of years. Obviously, last year, the 49ers and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, I thought the Niners had the advantage. I wanted the 49ers to win just because of the Chiefs. They beat my team, whatever, but I like Christian McCaffrey. Thought they were going to win that game, but they lost that game. It's going to be, I don't know if I've listened to some people on ESPN thinking that the Chiefs might go 3-peat. I'm like, I didn't think they're going to repeat, so it makes me think, could they 3-peat? They didn't really lose a lot, but a 3-peat, I don't know if it's ever happened. I don't think it's ever happened in NFL history, so we'll have to see. The Chiefs are good. They haven't lost anyone, so I mean, it could happen. They tend to go on runs like this where they play like an okay regular season and then they go out in the playoffs and just lock in. Kind of, I like to compare him to like LeBron in the playoffs. When he plays in the playoffs, he always goes off. And but yeah, that's my AFC West predictions. Chargers number 1 at 11-6, beating the Chiefs in that division because they win both of the games. Chiefs at 11-6 as well. Raiders 6-11, and then I got the Broncos at 4-13. These videos are going to be shorter. I wanted to keep them shorter. Didn't want to go through and talk about each game. Thought that was mind-numbing for you guys to watch. So yeah, let me know how you like this format. And I'll be coming out with another episode this week with JJ again to talk about the conference finals, how they went, and excuse me, and probably about the finals and what he thinks is going to happen. So stay tuned for that when that comes around. But I appreciate you guys that listen. We'll see you next time. Thursday. See you Thursday on when it's game day. Peace.